Paul Buysens, thank you so much for joining us on ANewz. I'd love to start by finding out more about Incofin. Can you tell me about your organisation?
Yep, so thank you for having me. Incofin is an impact investor. Our mission is to invest for impact, and we have three main activities. We provide private equity, private debt, and we also provide technical assistance. We do that in three sectors: the agri-food value chain, financial inclusion, and access to drinking water.
Now, agri-food, we were talking a bit off camera, it's such a fascinating area, this blend of the very latest technology with obviously one of the most important things that all of us need across the planet. Tell us more about that space. What's going on in that area?
So we invest in different types of agri sectors and companies. We invest both in cooperatives or smallholder farmers up to agri-techs, for example. So we have the whole spectrum. For us, what's very important is that the smallholder farmers get a fair remuneration for the products that they sell. And what's going on in the field as well is that those farmers also provide ecosystem services, but they do not always get a payment for that. So we're looking at this as well as a potential extra revenue for farmers.
And the other thing you mentioned there was inclusion and a sense of fairness in the way that funds and investment is distributed. Tell us a bit more about the vision you've got in that area.
Yeah, so for us what's extremely important is that everyone has access to basic goods and services. And we sometimes forget, but the financial service is an essential service and not everyone has access to those services. So we focus on rural areas where people do not have access to those services, and we do it mainly through financial institutions. Also here in this region in Azerbaijan.
And I presume when you're doing work of that nature, you get to hear the feedback from those individuals who are using those services and perhaps feel that they're in some way disenfranchised from those services. What are the sort of messages that they play back to you?
So for us, it's very important to understand what's going on in the market, in the field. So our teams are very close to the end customers of those financial institutions, and they get a new feedback. This is that climate change impacts their livelihoods. So that's something new for us. And so we've decided to launch a new fund that will focus specifically on climate adaptation and climate resilience for those small entrepreneurs.
And you're here obviously at COP29. I think it's the first time that, you've been to COP. What's your reflection as you sort of look back over the last few days here in COP29 in Baku?
Yeah. So first of all, I'd like to thank the people from Azerbaijan. It's a very well organized event. And what I love about this COP is that it's so easy to meet with other people. We come here to build partnerships with people, and it has been a fantastic COP from that point of view.
And as we look to the future then, over the next sort of 12 months, what are the key things that you're hoping for when you look across the finance ecosystem? What do you think that we collectively need to get right?
More commitments for both climate mitigation but also climate adaptation. That's essential. And for us specifically, we would like to channel more money to not only to large infrastructure projects, but also to small entrepreneurs, smallholder farmers, families, etc. It's essential that we do not forget them, and we can bring finance to them through financial institutions.
Not forgetting those families, very important point. Mr. Buysens, thank you so much for joining us on ANewz.
Thank you very much, welcome.